So I want to share a little information that the UFT put out yesterday, and it was very concerning that it was sent to us in how they're trying to stifle expression, facts, and speech. This is the UFT. Michael Mulgrew, the UFT. So yesterday was a delegates meeting, and we were shared with some information about their meeting. A lady had asked a question about retiree health plans, that retirees were being charged a premium for plans when it fell under the HIP HMO cap. Listen to this.
My name is Geoff Sorkin. I'm from High School Executive Board, Aviation High School. I have a question about Administrative Code 12126. This city law says the city has to pay 100% of active city employees and retirees' health care up to the HIP HMO rate, which is $925 a month. We pay premiums only on anything over that HIP HMO rate. I was looking at the Medicare eligible retirees rate for their plans, and all of them cost less, some way less than that HIP HMO benchmark rate. It makes sense that Medicare pays 80%, so these other supplementary plans are 20%.
Question.
Huh?
Question is?
I'm not finished. So the plans cost nearly as much as a plan that pays for 100% of coverage. My two questions are, why have any retirees been paying any premiums when the law says they shouldn't be paying a dime since their plan costs way less than the HIP HMO rate? Well, I'd like the answer to that question first.
I see Joe Usatch on. I don't know if you want to unmute yourself and chime in on that.
Joe Usatch, Assistant Director of the Welfare Funds. Retirees do not pay a premium for their health benefits. I want to be very clear here. Retirees do pay a premium for their prescription drug plan, but retirees do not pay a premium for their health benefits.
That's not entirely correct.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have what the rates are by the city of Medicare for retirees, and it says that they pay, for example.
So it's not a debate, right? So if you want further clarification to the answer,
allow me to further. If it's okay with Leroy, allow me to further.
If it's okay.
Sure.
Medicare eligible retirees do in fact pay for Medicare Part B.
We're not talking Part B, dude.
Comes out of their Social Security check. But due to union negotiations, our members, as well as all city retirees, receive full reimbursement on their Medicare Part B expense.
This is called gaslighting.
So I'll say it's kind of like paying.
We're not talking about Medicare Part B. We're talking about the premium on the plans by the city.
Now, I did speak.
I know what she's saying.
A retired member, Medicare eligible retired member, does in fact pay under the senior care plan. I believe, and forgive me, I don't have the exact numbers, but I believe it's $151.30. And
No.
they pay that for their prescription drug plan. Their incredible Part
the drug
D
plan, yes.
And the United Federation
But not the
Teachers
premium.
Welfare Fund reimburses up to, I believe it's $75 a month for a total of $840 to offset that cost. So the Part B is fully reimbursed, and the Part D drug expense is a partial reimbursement.
Second question.
Why are the unions saying we have to change the 12126 when HIP HMO rate is a pretty good cap? Also, the 1992 MLC City Agreement still in effect says, and I quote, "It is understood and agreed that the parties will continue to bargain over and determine by mutual agreement the terms and condition of employee health benefit." The term mutual agreement puts us in a very strong position.
Thank you. Joe?
So I believe the question is, why are the unions saying that we need to change the administrative code?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay. So the rationale behind here is because, and Michael spoke to this, and I believe Jeffrey did too, was that the judge's decision sets what we believe to be a very dangerous precedent. And we want to make sure that our retirees continue to have that ability to choose a plan that they want. Right now, our retirees have
That's
options.
not true
Our
either.
Medicare eligible retirees as well have an option of many different plans. So the purpose of that is to codify language that demands that we have multiple plans, and certainly that they're comprehensive. We don't want a bare bones plan.
Which is what
We
they
want
negotiated
something
with the
that
Medicare
provides
Advantage.
dignity to our in-service members, our retired members, both retired non-Medicare and obviously retired Medicare.
Thank you, Joe. Lydia Hawika.
So this is very interesting. Again, gaslighting the young lady that was asking these questions. It is a fact, actually, Mr. Usatch and Leroy, if you do look at the retiree plans, because we did pull them up at which time we heard this audio. The Cigna plan is on a Cigna Medicare eligible retiree rate is $98.48. That is below the HIP HMO rate. The Aetna plan, $0. The other Aetna plan, $0. Empire Medicare related, $114.91. Medicare HMO, GHI HMO Medicare, $596.99 under the HIP rate of $924. The United Healthcare group rate is $120.06, again under the cap. So we're not really understanding why this gentleman, who is an assistant administrator of a fund, of the welfare fund, why they would be saying that, because that's just not true. That's not true. We're also realizing that not only are those numbers wrong, but there's also inaccuracies on the employee side as well. That there's many situations where they're either underpaying or overpaying. So I'm sorry to the UFT. Your plan manager doesn't know what he's talking about, and the lady at the microphone was absolutely 100% correct in that the retirees that are Medicare eligible are paying a premium plan rate that they should not be. So smart lady for actually picking that up, because even a fund administrator didn't realize it. The lies have to stop, UFT. They really do. The lies have to stop. If you're going to be a fund manager, then you should know the difference between what the HIP rate is, what the plan rates are, and that they fall under there. And that you shouldn't be gaslighting people to say that the judge set a dangerous precedent to take away choice from plans. No, sir. We've actually had choice of plans since 1941. Plan choices increased throughout that entire time due to the urging of the Uniform Coalition. Also, when you went to institute the Medicare Advantage plan in 2021, you stripped all choice from us. And this hadn't even had a decision yet. This was in July of 2021. So there was no judge's decision, and yet you stripped all of our choices. Do not lie, do not gaslight. And you're a teacher. That's pitiful. So we're in this situation really because your union president decided to negotiate a 2014 MOA on the backs of other unions and retirees, give $1 billion in cash out of the stabilization fund to the city, and then negotiate more givebacks in the form of healthcare savings to total $3.4 billion in total, instead of coming up with your own productivity to pay for your own contract. That's why we're in this. And that should be the message that you're telling people. Shame on you, UFT.